Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. We're going to get into an emotion here that we might be struggling with, looking to understand, navigate our way through it, and uh, see where we can go. So this is always a tough one. Uh, Desperate. We are desperate. Whether this is on a larger scale, material-wise, or internal, we need something. There's a void within us in our life. Uh, sure, we've experienced it out there, but it's felt in here the worst or the hardest. And it feels very large, and we need to put something in there to bring some sort of stability inside. We are grabbing maybe multiple different things, trying things to jam in there to calm things down, to make us feel stable. This can be, of course, in the material aspect, job, money in general, place to live, basic necessities, running water, but also uh, a relationship or interacting somehow. We need a connection with someone. This can be from we can see ourselves in a positive light, or we could see ourselves in a negative light. We could see ourselves in a positive light and have a negative trait uh, all at the same time. And making decisions to fill that can be in a malicious way, but we don't really know it. We are seeking something to put us in a place when in reality it may be hurting others. I'm not saying that we're doing it. We're just talking about the word in general. Uh, Desperate is pretty desperate. That's the word I wanted to use to explain the word. Uh, we need it. We need it, and I'm going to do what I got to do to get it. And then there might be some regret there. But indirectly, this void is connected to a fear, a worry, a concern, an insecurity, a wound in general. Where did it come from? It came from the external at some point, whether a past life, through childhood, through our adolescence, and into adulthood. We can pick these up, we can carry them through, and through that process, we make decisions. And based upon it, to feed it, to give it what it wants. And through that, maybe we've lived our whole life doing that. And we just kind of started waking up to this that, wow, I made a lot of decisions based upon this. And now it's time to take accountability. Or at the same time, we just kind of came to realization of this, and it's, I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't need this anymore. I want to learn how to heal this. That's what we're here for. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out a way that we don't need to fill this void with whatever it may be to feel safe. This is a foundational thing built inside. By building this inside, we don't need the external to validate, to prove, to feel safe, to create stability. Yes, it does indirectly, but inside, I'm doing it. I don't need to grab something out here to bring it in. I'm doing it through myself. The opposite of desperate is fulfilled. That is a very strong word that I think people throw around, and uh, I don't think I'm all about it. I'm just saying I don't think the majority of people that say it are it, if that makes sense. This is like people high as a kite, walking around happier in hell. Nothing could ever bother them, but without the substance to get there. They are, uh, they're there. This is completely and utterly created inside, and they have. It's like time to go. I have made it, kind of thing. But desperate is a very polar opposite here, and we need something to feel a certain way. Let's see what else we have here, Spirit. Tower reverse, denial, right on cue there. How could we justify that I do need this? I do need to appear this way. I need this person to say this for me to feel this. Just with that coming up, we can look at conversations in general, or an argument with people where I need you to say a certain thing uh, for me to feel okay. Like I remember in the past, I knew this one person and they needed you to say, I'm sorry for it to be okay. And that always confused me personally because if you were sorry, well, that's a contradicting statement on my own self right here. But if we had an opinion and we said something and they want you to take that opinion back and say, I'm sorry for even thinking that way, uh, how does that automatically make it all okay? Whatever was said, whatever was exchanged was real, and somebody got hurt. I don't know why we went down that road, but let's go back to maybe that has a connection here. Are we desperate for the acknowledgement or understanding in a relationship, in an argument in general, that I need them to see my point of view? Going into that, when we when we have that void inside, we need the external to fill it. We don't have it. We need them to provide something, or material, however we want to look at this, or a person. So if I'm in an argument and I really need them to understand, that's probably how we're thinking in this aspect. I'm not saying this is 100% connected, but I need them to understand my feelings, my emotions, how they hurt me. And for them to say whatever they're going to say and it comes back to me, that's validating me because I don't believe it in here. When I have this whole foundation inside, I don't need anything from the external. I don't need them to show me. I don't need them to praise me. I don't need them to give to me. I don't need them to say certain things. They can say mean things and it doesn't touch me because I know what's true within me. I believe it. It's my belief. When I don't believe what's in here, I need the external to prove it to me. Maybe I could be very desperate for that because I don't know it. On a different, I don't feel like I explained that very well, but let's just like look at uh, two religions fighting and they're very angry and they're yelling and they're trying to get their belief into the other person to agree, like in a debate. And they're very angry and hostile and energized because they don't have it so strong in here. If I believed my faith so much, I wouldn't care what anybody else thinks. Whatever they said and told me I'm wrong, it wouldn't affect me because my faith is so strong. It is so true within me that nothing they could say would waver it. But when it's not strong, when it's weak, when it's crumbling, just like this tower, I need them. I need it out there to come in to fill that void. Now we did get, very sidetracked on that, but that's where it went. It might be connected to that. But in general, even material aspects, I need this number in my bank account to feel safe. I need X amount of food in the cupboard to feel safe. We can look at that as OCD as well. I need to do this or that. And if there's amounts of times involved in as well, 3 times this, 3 times that, I need that to feel comfortable. I need that to feel safe. I didn't check if the stove is off before I left the house, or I have to check the door is locked to feel safe. This all goes back to stability. There's a fear, and we control things to feel safe or comfortable. Uh, how are we doing this in our experience? Whether with people, places, or things, we need to enforce this level of control. And that's kind of where in the beginning I got into maybe doing things, and we can even be doing it subconsciously. We don't know it because the wound is leading this behavior. We're doing it to feel safe when it may look like anger or frustration or sadness, when it's really going back to this fear and stability and safety. And if it is back to that argument or conversation or however we want to look at it, that I need this person to validate what I can't inside, that can be a very toxic relationship pattern. And we place a lot of blame on the other person for not being able to be what we need them to be, but we can't be it. for ourselves, and it's not really fair. The Two of Wands reversed, hesitation, whatever this is connected to. Well, we're denying it right off the bat here. We're trying to justify it, and letting go of it, that's part of our identity, which, whether a it's justifiable as a good part of us, or we want to wear it, we feel empowered in it, it is actually more weaker in strength than we believe it is. And letting go of that identity, it kept us safe. That behavior, or whatever this is connected to, that we're desperate for, makes us feel safe for the wound, the fear, the worry, the insecurity, whatever it is. This over here is the biggest. It's the one that eats the most. It needs the most fuel. It needs the most interaction, the most validation, the most proof, the most validation. And we see that as our identity, when really we're in here. And this is the big guy. And like I said, he or her eats the most. It needs the most fuel. And can't really see behind it or beyond it. Its shadow casts everywhere. And that is my identity in this space. So if I lost that, what would I have? Then I'm really out of control, or I don't have control, I should say, up against something that I feel like I need so badly to feel valid. And there it is. Ace of Cups, awakening. I don't even know how to explain how I felt when I saw that card. It hit me like a internal brain explosion, that, like a bright flash of light and your ears popped kind of thing. It's a star striking moment, that epiphany that is like, wow. And that understanding brings so much clarity. And I think this is related to us. And through that, there'll be some difficulty, because that's where that accountability comes in. And we might be upset with ourselves for decisions just onto our own, our decisions, to try to keep us safe through this need to fill this void. And even like comparing time and how much time I may have wasted, or decisions I made for this wound, as well as did I hurt other people through that process as well. But this is the process. This is a beautiful thing. This is an empowering state. And with that comes accountability and responsibility. But you are going to be free from this. Now, Five of Pentacles, hardship. In this space, this was kind of where I was talking about this. Like, this was a great experience here, but then it kind of goes down inside, because we have to heal it now. And this is the uncomfortable space. Maybe we were already aware of it, and that's why we were running from it, trying to keep it alive, trying to not deal with it. It is a painful space, but through that, it is that part of us has to die. That death is painful. It has to take place. We go down to be rebuilt. We just can't paint the shutters and clean the windows on the house. We need to rebuild the whole thing. And I'm not trying to say place fear here, but I'm just saying that enough of people in the spiritual community have certainly gone through it, and enough people that we wouldn't deem in the spiritual community have gone through it in different processes. And it's what we come out with is the prize, which is right here. I wanted to cry. The sun, authenticity. This is a very emotional space. Just me feeling this here, because we are ourselves now. We are free from whatever this was, this void that we had inside of us, and we were constantly grabbing whatever it was out there to fill it. We don't need to anymore. We are here with ourselves. I'm going to leave this here. This is I'm sure going to be a bit of an emotional up and down here, but it's a beautiful ending. So hang in there. Uh, just remember, you don't need this, and you'll let it go in your time. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.